Hello, everybody. Just waiting on a few people to get in here. Hope everybody's doing well this Sunday evening. It is hot in North Carolina. Don't everybody stampede in at once. Come in an orderly fashion and find you a seat. Maybe we'll see somebody shortly. I'll give it about 5 minutes. If I don't have anybody, I guess everybody's busy. Hey, Sandy, how you doing? I'm just sitting on the porch watching these hummingbirds duke it out over the feeder. They're going to kill me on here one day. They're going to knock my head off my shoulders. Excuse me. There's a couple of babies that are flying up to the feeder, and one of the adults will come in first, distract the other bird, and then the other ones will fly away. Yeah, that'd be bad. It'd probably look better than my toupee, though. Have you ever seen a hummingbird nest? They're a little bit of nothing. I saw one time and didn't realize what it was. Oh, I didn't even realize you spelled it like that. I can't hardly see the words on here, to be honest with you. I need to bring my computer out. That way I can see better. Okay, it's been hot in North Carolina. I didn't do a whole lot today. I need to be working 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, really. Okay, be careful. Hey, Jen, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I was working on a shoot for some cattle the other day, and I was going to finish it or die. And it was 102 degrees, and I froze up a bunch of water, went through all that, and then finally at the end, I barely could make it out of the pasture, and the cows got up there and were blocking the gate, and they don't listen to me, so I had to call the one individual that deals with them and clear out the gate for me. But I was spent. I had soaked through all my clothes. I took 2 showers that night. I took one when I got home and one before I went to bed. I still didn't feel like I was clean after that first one. Jan, I hope you're doing all right. I hope your family's doing well with everything that's going on. I'm sorry to hear that, Sandy. She's had a rough go of it. I know she appreciates you helping her out and stuff and carrying her places. I know that means a lot to her. How's your garden doing? Jan, you're in Kansas or Missouri, if I remember correctly, and I may be wrong with that. For whatever reason, I've got you in the Midwest for some reason. Yeah, we'll keep your aunt in our prayers, Sandy. Everybody needs prayers now. The county I stay in, it's like gone into the red as far as COVID cases. But from what I see, most people aren't wearing masks or doing any preventative. They're eating in restaurants maskless, and I don't know. I'm not that smart individual, but I think in there that spittle has some float time to it. Hey James, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the thumbs up. Does he have one of those oxygen meters, Jen? I was looking at a video today, and it was you can buy these oxygen. There's a name I can't pronounce it nor spell it, but you can put it on your finger, and you can't have fingernail polish on, but it'll read your oxygen, pulse, and there's another measurement it gives. But they said they recommended that for anybody if you had COVID. Uh, if your oxygen level fell below 95 to 90, you need to see about getting therapy. And some people, like, were on of inhalers, and things with that too. Jan, I was thinking you were out in the Midwest. Why am I thinking you're in the Midwest? God, so much for my memory. Hey, Conrad. Coming from a decrepit old man, Conrad, on his last leg. I'm out here sitting on my porch, and there's a bush my aunt gave us, gosh, 30 some odd years ago. It kind of spreads out, but I can tame it back some, and it's in full bloom. But when the wind blows through it, it's got the best smell. Hey, Boxcar Jerry, how you doing? And I'm downwind from it right now, and it smells so good. I was going to grill out tonight, but I was lazy from last week. I grilled out a couple, maybe 3 times this weekend. Yeah, maybe 3 times. I want to cook some good barbecue chicken. I want to inject it and marinate it for a couple of days. And gosh, you talking about something good? That is delicious. Well, what's everybody got going on with their channels? Is there any new stuff coming out? Anything we need to know about or we need to copy to? I'm trying to figure out the whole thing. My subscribers dropped this morning, and then they were back up for this channel. But I've got another channel where I just video cars and put music to it. Don't say a word in them. And that channel, I've gotten probably 100 subscribers this month. And which I get a lot of my videos are shorter in there, so I get a lot of float on those on the shorts if they get caught up in the algorithm right. And I don't know. I think I'm just stumbling over and having blind luck at some point. I had a professor in college, and just a great woman. Just I loved her to death. And my sister had her too. My sister had kind of set the stage for how I needed to be in there, and she was a good lady, and I liked her. But she told her, she said, "There's no such thing as luck." She said, "Not a bit of it." And I always remembered her telling me that. When she died, I wrote a little thing in the newspaper for her, said something about that. That she had told me that, and another person that was a student of hers said she evidently gave that same speech to all her classes. Hey Amber, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Everybody, check out everybody else's yeah, channels. If you don't have them, show some love. Can y'all hear the cicadas in the background? And it's cooled off rather nicely here. I got a breeze coming in. You ran out of the cemetery, Amber? You be careful. I never have been spooked at a cemetery, Amber. I was a bail bondsman back years ago, and I went to a place. They said the lady was a root worker, and I got out of the my truck. I was looking for somebody, and when I got out of the truck, the hair just stood up on the back of my neck. I got a bad feeling about that place. But that lady was a root worker. She had passed away, and I think it was her son or nephew had the property, but it was still there was some bad juju going on. Yeah. Yes, see, like the cemetery where all my family's at, there used to be a homeless encampment right near there. They never bothered me, and I only had one guy come up, and he tried to tell me he was from another county and all, but I recognized him, and he said he was hungry. I got the guy some food, but I saw him later and I called him out on it. And he said, "Oh no, 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 that weren't me." Yeah, it was you. I'm scared my face had rot the backside of the fence, Sandy. One of these days I might show my face. You never know. The top of my head may blind y'all, Jerry, especially if I don't have on my toupee. Sandy, you got some videos in the library coming at us this week? I've gotten back into doing some cooking videos, and I got one dropping tonight. All my videos, I like dropping them at midnight or like quarter after midnight. I don't know. It seems to be my sweet spot because the last one I had, I think it was the last one, it did pretty decent. And it was a short and it got caught up. But I'm doing more, and I'm going to get back out in the shop and do some shop videos. So, Amber, did you hear people in the woods, or did they say something, or what got you where they were in there? That sounds good, Amber. I'm going to tell you the best salsa I ever had ghost pepper in it, and I'd eat it, but I'd have to have a towel to wipe my head with because that stuff was cooking. I loved it. I'm trying to find some more of it, but I haven't had any success. Which I grew one ghost pepper this year, and I sent it to Jared King TV, and he's supposed to have a video coming out at some point. Sandy does a lot of canning, Amber. Sandy's probably got enough of stuff put away to last 6 or 8 months at the very least. Yeah. Yeah, you never know. A lot of times they don't bother you or say anything to you. But yeah, it's best to err on the side of caution. Oh yeah. I hope you got your husband with you, Amber, or some mace or something. Out of habit, I carry a little spray thing of mace with me. Used to, I'd duke it out with anybody, but a little bit old and getting outnumbered, and so I like to kind of at least even things out a little bit. And you know, most of those cemeteries seem to be in questionable areas. That's the way it is where uh, uh, my family's plots are. Evidently, the area was a good area at one time, but then it's, over the years it's eroded. Yeah, I know what you mean, Amber. Sandy, what are you jarring up? Sandy had a nice garden in West Virginia, and that little garden put out. Her and her daddy did a bunch of work with it. Yeah, you're blessed with cucumbers and tomatoes, Sandy. That's for sure. Nothing like pickled okra. What town in West Virginia are you in, Amber? Yeah, I'm in North Carolina, Amber, on the North South Carolina line. Matter of fact, I think maybe 8 miles, and I can be in South Carolina. And all my mother's people are from South Carolina. Putnam County. Seems like I've heard of Putnam County, West Virginia, for some reason. Hey, Silver Prep and Grandma, how are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I'm just did a quick jump on, and we're just talking a little bit. How's your garden coming, uh, Silver Prep and Grandma? Yeah, I stayed in South Carolina for a little while when I was in college, Amber, and my people were from around the Spartanburg area. And it's kind of funny. People hear me talk and they think I'm from that part, but I guess I just got a lot of my vocal mannerisms from my mama. And I liked it. It's kind of, it was a little bit different, but I get used to it. Where are you at, Silver Prep and Grandma? I'm in North Carolina on North South Carolina line, and it is hot here. It is hell's front porch here, but it's nice today. Yeah, y'all show each other love. I'm not going to be on here but maybe 10 more minutes. I was just jumping on for a minute. Colorado. Okay. So you must be in the flatlands of Colorado, I guess. I've never been there, Silver Prep and Grandma. So I'm not. I know there's mountains there, and that's the extent of my knowledge. I went out in the Southwest once. You know, it's a pretty area. Been there, done that. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Kate, how are you doing? Sandra is our northern neighbor. She's in Quebec, and Kate is in Maine. No, I appreciate y'all stopping by, visit with me. And I'm out here having to pet my feral. Well, she was feral. She's not no more. She kind of gets ticked with me if I don't show her some love. So I'm sitting out here on the porch petting Robbie and formerly Gray Cat. Katie, y'all getting wind off that the bands of that hurricane up that way? I've been through so many hurricanes, it ain't even funny. Good night. These loud vehicles. One just went by. I hope that's all y'all get, Kate. I've been through Florence. Florence hurt me worse than any one I've ever had. Hugo. There's a few of the others too. I can't even think of the names. People, you don't remember. No, they all kind of blend together here at some point. Is your cat fixed or still intact, Amber? Sometimes they go off courting. My garden's doing all right. I'm getting a lot of peppers. My radishes didn't do that good. Garlic is not good at all. I'm going to plant it when it gets cooler again. And got a nice uh, crop of tomatoes. But my peppers is really what I'm excited about. Yeah, sometimes that happens, Amber. I lost Callie, which was my grand dame of the farm. I had her for over 10 years. She was a calico, and she'd got kind of gotten where she was feeble, and I'd pick her up and carry her to her food and stuff. And we finally lost her, and that's when our Robbie got close to me because I was mourning Callie, and evidently Robbie was too. So we're friends now. Yeah, that's the best way to do, Amber, is just go ahead and get them fixed. All mine are fixed. Even my dog is fixed, and it's just a lot easier instead of having to deal with a bunch of kittens. And I work with a couple rescues, so I can get mine done decently cheap. And there's one animal shelter I work with. What they'll do, I'll just adopt through them if I find a cat, and then they'll give me a voucher to get a discount on getting the cat spayed or neutered. So, all y'all have a good Sunday. I'm having to kind of duck and dodge. These hummingbirds they're getting serious out here about this food. And there's one he's a tough dude, and he's running the other ones off. But the other ones will kind of pull him away, and then they'll some of the other ones will come in and eat. Yes, they are, Amber. I put the feeder up for my mama. My mama loved hummingbirds. And when she got dementia, she'd always ask me to take care of her feeders for her. When she died, I hadn't had one up in a while. And I was sitting on the porch, and one came up, and it was flying right there at my head, like within a foot. And I looked at it, and it looked at me like, hey, dude. So that day I went and got a feeder and hung it up. And I sit out here when I hear the hummingbirds or see them, it just reminds me of my mom. Yeah, I normally get rescues from friends of mine that have rescues that get cats, Kate. And then I'll have stragglers come through. I don't care if they stop in and eat. If they're hungry, I want them to. Really, Jerry, what gives you that indication that, hey, Jenny, how you doing? I'm old and moldy, Jenny. And it don't look like I'm going to get any younger neither. You have a good evening, Sandy. You already start. Have y'all had a lot of rain up there, Jerry? Because that, from what I've told, I don't know that the rain has a lot to do with how the leaves look. I think I may do a little bit of traveling this fall to see some leaves and maybe camp out. And I can only go off for a couple of days at the very most. And so I may head out and see if I can find some good foliage in the mountains. And in a couple hours, I can be either down at the beach or in the mountains. Oh, really, Kate? Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I rode to the beach yesterday. I go down to Fort Fisher. It was a Confederate fort, and my great grandfather was wounded there when he was 16. I go down there and just pick up trash, and so I rode down there yesterday and grabbed me a little bit of lunch and just came on back. It was a nice ride. I just wanted me and Stretchy to get out, and I'm trying to teach Stretchy how to drive so he can be my designated driver. Good night. That's a lot of rain, Jenny. Y'all be careful because a lot of times that water's going across that road. You don't know how deep it is. That's like black ice. I never heard of black ice till some years back. We'd get out, and of course, I had a Volkswagen and a Honda Accord, and they just flat go through snow or anything like that with no problem. I hope everybody's staying safe. It's the county where I live at. We're in the red zone down here for the Delta variant. So I've been dodging people like the plague. And one friend of mine told me to come see him. I said, I doubt it. Gosh, I don't want to get in this mess. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Kat. I appreciate you coming in to visit with us. You have a good evening. Amber, what's coming up on your channel? Give us a preview. You, Jan, tell us what y'all got coming up. Hey, Farming HVAC. Kate was just fixing to leave. Well, that's good, Jenny. How's your folks doing, Jenny? Are they doing all right? Yeah, I lost my mom in 2017. Lost my dad in '84. And Mama, she had dementia and she finally passed, but I think she was wanting to go be with my dad and argue at him. You're lucky to have your folks, Jenny. You really are. Jenny, you got brothers and sisters? Hey, thanks for stopping by, Silver Prepping Grandma. Yeah, hey, I'm gonna tell you though, Amber, you need to put up what you can. That's the way I look at it. I um, had some hog meat that I had processed. I didn't do it because it's hard doing it by yourself. And some chicken and stuff I bought on sale. But I've got my freezer full and my side by side that freezer it's full. And I got canned goods that I need. If I want to go hard, I've got enough food to last me for a little while. But you just don't know the way things are going now. And I'm kind of well, the nature of my work, I had to have food on hand because sometimes I may go 2 weeks not having work, and I may work for 6 months straight. I mean, just gangbusters. Then I've got to save up that money and make it last if I have 2 or 3 weeks where I don't have work. Well, that's great, Jenny. Where do you fall at in the birth order, Jenny, with the other siblings? Can y'all hear those hummingbirds flying? They're coming all around my head. I'm expecting to get knocked out. If I don't say something for a while, I'm probably knocked out. I'll come back to and shut everything down. Yeah, Amber. Hey, I want to get where I'm more raising my own food, but I've got to make sure because see, like I had to sell some hogs live and I lost money on them, and because I couldn't get them into the processing center, and there was another processing center that would take them, but they're nasty. Because I inspected about 4 or 5 before I finally came up with this other one. Oh wow! I wish I knew how to pressure can. It kind of spooks me too, Amber. I have to admit that. I want to make goat milk soap. That's I make my own soap, and that's something I want to make. Here it's good for your skin, or it's supposed to be good for your skin, but I only use my soap that I make. Oh, okay, y'all were right there together then, Jenny. Yeah, pigs are good to have, especially if you want to clear out an area. They will clear it out, let me tell you. Yeah, that goats are hard to keep in. I've had goats before too. Yeah, they are a farm in HVAC. Because when I first got my hogs processed, I went to all these places and looked at them, and if I could smell them when I got in there, I didn't. But this other place is clean as, I mean, it is super clean, and they shrink wrap, and that gives me more life on the meat too. And the sausage, they did the sausage real good. They had a hot sausage. It wasn't as hot as I would liked it, but I mean, they can't make too hot. They kind of have to come up to a sweet spot to please everybody. Yeah, I've got a, well, there was a brother and two sisters and myself, Jenny, and the knee baby next to me, she passed away back in 2016. She had a bunch of health issues. Yeah, that's farming HVAC. That's why I'm raising meat rabbits. Because a rabbit, one rabbit could feed me 2 days. Hmm. Now, the farm I work at, Amber, they have a Pyrenees, and she's about as laid back a one dog as I ever had. She loves me. I love her, but she knows I give her treats. So right time she knows when I come up, she knows my vehicle. She'll escort me in, and I carry my dog up there with me and put him in one of the horse stalls. And most time the other dogs they'll follow me around. I appreciate that, Amber. I've got mainly New Zealand whites, and I've got a Californian and a pair of Californians. I'm not breeding right now though because it's been so hot. I just if you lose a baby, then you got flies and maggots, and yet I mean it's just I'd rather wait till the fall, and I like to give my rabbits a break. Yeah, he still got a lot of puppy in him, Amber. I had a dog one time that would help me herd my chickens and goats. He did not, or goats, pigs. He did not like to hear them pigs squeal because he thought they were hurting me. He'd change into a whole different animal then. Yeah, farm nature. Yeah, I have meat chickens. Yeah, talking about meat chickens. A friend of mine, him and his wife been married. Gosh, they've probably been married close to 40 years now. When she first went to meet his folks, his mama carried her out into the yard and asked her which chicken she liked. She pointed out the one. Her mama caught that chicken. She said her mama caught that chicken like she was a fox, and she snatched that chicken. Before she knew it, she done chopped that chicken's head off. She said, "That's what's for Sunday dinner." I asked her. I said, "Well, how was it?" She said, "I couldn't eat it." She said, "I never told her what I liked from then on." She said, "I was scared something was going to get murdered." I like uh, yard chicken myself. I've got a friend of mine, he's a Vietnamese guy. He eats a lot of yard chicken, and he can fix it all kind of ways. Yeah, sometimes Amber, it's just the particular dog. There's no set thing that works. Yeah, yeah, it's best to do it when it's cooler, Amber. Process. I just don't like a bunch of. I can't stand flies, and because with chickens you got to dip them in hot water to help pull them feathers out. It is a job. I want to kind of expand on my meat chickens and rabbits. Rabbits, there's a disease going around that's in the Southwest. It's kind of like COVID for rabbits, but if you're running rabbits like using rabbit tractors, feeding them like that, other rabbits can bring it to them just by going up there sniffing and then breathing on each other. Oh God, that'd be bad, Amber. The cops come up there and just, what's all this blood on you, man? I'm like that too. I am messy. I'm clean on everything now. Like when I cook, I'm OCD on cooking because a lot of people, I don't double dip my teaspoon or anything like that, and I'm real funny. My dog knows I will not pet him when I'm cooking, and but yeah, it's kind of hard. Them chickens sometimes they flap their wings, they're slinging blood and everything. Yeah, they'll do that, Jenny. They had one time that stayed alive for a while. It was in the Ripley's Believe It or Not. I read about it. Starting to rumble here now. We may have a shower this evening. I hope so. So it'll be cool tomorrow. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Amber. I'm especially when it comes to meat. I got food poisoning. Gosh, how old was I? I don't know that I was 20, Amber. I got it and I got it real bad. I ate lobster and it wasn't because of being nasty. But I ate lobster, I had it real bad, and the doctor told me at that time I'd be more susceptible to it for the rest, and that's good. And that's why I'm real funny about where, how I eat and all. Yeah, I've got a dishwasher, Amber, but I wash everything by hand because I think I can clean it better. And a lot of times, like I'll take and soak my silverware in vinegar, and then soap it in soapy water, clean that off, and soap it in vinegar again. And I'll do that back and forth for a few days just to make sure I've got clean. I believe that, Amber, and I love seafood. I don't eat lobster anymore. I will not eat lobster again, but I like shrimp, oysters, crab, clams. I'm not a big clam eater, but I will eat them. And but yeah, that is a hard something to get sick on. I had salmonella one time. Yeah, that's about as worse as I've ever felt. It took me 2 days to get over that. The first time I was sick for about 4 or 5 days, and it took me a while to get over that. But well, that doctor said that I'd be more susceptible to it, and I'm really funny about where I eat and looking around, make sure everything's on the up and up. Because I've gone to people's house to eat, and made excuse that I had to leave because maybe they weren't that clean or whatever, or something was going on in the kitchen that I didn't like. I'd get out. I hate to be that way, but I can't chance getting sick. 80 degrees, Jenny. Girl, come to North Carolina. It was 102 here the other day, and I was working in it. And my old tail didn't need to be out there working in it. Hey, Amber, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Go check on chicken. Make sure Hawk or Mr. Fox ain't out there, or Miss Fox. Yeah, I wash all my stuff by hand. I just prefer it, Jenny. It never bothered me. Yeah, I tell you something. What we do, we catch crab here, and we'll take and boil it and pick out the meat, and then put it in like fried cornbread, Jenny. It's kind of similar to a crab cake. And you talking about something good? God, that is something good. Which I like crab cakes too if they're seasoned. I don't like them over seasoned. Some places have a tendency to over season them. If they aren't over seasoned, I like crab cakes, and scallops, and oysters. I used to like raw oysters, but the way the seas are now, I prefer them to be steamed. Don't know that I ever had blue crab, Jerry. I'd try them, and I'm not, I'll try something at least. Farm and HVAC. Where are you located at? And I apologize if you've told me. And I think you may have. I'm in North Carolina on the North South Carolina line. I've been pretty much in this one area the majority of my life. Well, pretty much 99.9% of my life I've been in this area. Uh, Jerry, they're just off the coast. What we do, we take a like a piece of chicken and let it sit out in the sun like the day before, and then what we'll do, we'll tie it on a string and lower it in the water, and then we'll pull it up real slowly. Normally the crabs are right there on it, and then we'll just net the crabs. And you got some size restrictions now. I don't know what all the size restrictions are, but oh, you're in Maryland, okay. Not too far away. Jerry, to be honest with you, I don't know what kind of crabs these are. On the Maryland shore. Yeah, I'm not sure about blue crab, Jenny. Jerry would know. Yeah, I'm like that too, Jenny. I've called people out. I was in a restaurant, and the way they did my food, and this was before COVID and all that. I hardly ever eat out now, and I'd call them out on it. And I was at a pizza place one time, and the guy was messing with me. Then he came and got my money and started. I said, "Hey, dude," I said, "You don't do like that." He said, "Oh, you didn't see me. I washed my hands." I said, "No, I was looking at you. You didn't wash your hands." And the manager kind of got on to him, told him to throw that pizza away and start over. Yeah, I like crabs too, Jerry. Yeah, farming HVAC. I'm on the South Carolina, North Carolina line. I'm in North Carolina. If you know where south of the border is, if you've been down there, I know you know where south of the border is. I'm about 30 minutes west of south of the border. But yeah, I'm Hawkeye when I'm in a restaurant, especially if it's a counter place where I can sit at the counter. Excuse me. That's where I prefer to sit, Jenny. That way I can see everything that goes on. But I've gotten so now because how some people will dip the cup in the ice. That is actually a health code violation. Now with everything going on, they don't need to be doing that. And I had some people do that on a drink I had, and I told them, I said, y'all can't be doing that. And they, oh, we didn't touch it. I said, it don't matter. I said, it's a health code violation. And with everything going on now, you know, you just can't do that. You have to err on the side of caution and use that scoop. And then they say, well, there's that, you know, crazy old man again. And that's fine too. I earned it. Thank you, Jenny. Well, folks, I'm fixing to shut this down. I appreciate y'all stopping by and visiting with me. I really do. And it's starting to get noisy here. All the cicadas and everything's starting to make noise. I like it. It's nature symphony. But I hope y'all have a good week and y'all be safe out there. And take care of yourself. Thank y'all so much. Night.